Good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in your part of the world. This is King B News and Views with another video. So, you see the title on the screen. California rises up to apologize for slavery, passes 3 reparations bills. So, let's get into this article and see what it's talking about. California Legislative Black Caucus. The California State Senate passed 3 reparations bills on Tuesday, aiming to provide restitution to the descendants of slaves. These bills, put forth by the California Legislative Black Caucus, are part of a series of over a dozen reparations bills introduced. And before I continue, this article is by History Daily, released 23 hours ago. All right, now let's continue. Black Californians. They involve actions like apologizing to Black Californians for the state's past role in implementing slave laws and discriminatory practices. The legislation will proceed to the California State Assembly for further deliberations and voting. So, my question about this is this. So, do you have to declare yourself black in order to get these reparations? Why am I asking that question? When you do your research, and you look at the definition of black, and I'm not talking Webster's dictionary, right? When you really dig into it and look at the legal definition, right? When you dig into when you look in the when you look in the codes, the definition of black. What's the definition? That's something you need to research on. And also, a lot of my brothers and sisters out there have been doing their genealogy, finding out that they actually belong to a tribe. They're indigenous to these lands, right? You know, Choctaw, Blackfoot, and other tribes. A lot of people, a lot of brothers and sisters have been doing the work, really doing that research and helping others to question, and by questioning, going on and doing the research and talking to their elders, talking to their grandmothers, their grandfathers, their great grands, and finding out their true history, where they come from, their people. And more is finding out that we are actually indigenous to these lands. Right? So what about them? What about us? Because you notice they're saying Black Californians. That's a different status. See, the term black and white have nothing to do with skin tone. Black and white is all about status. Do your research and look at what is the status of someone who proclaims themselves to be black compared to what is the status of someone who proclaims themselves to be white. Right? I remember a photo of Kanye West and I believe it was Candace Owens. They had on some shirts And I believe the shirt says something on the back of the shirts. Their shirt says something about white. And some people, when it was in an uproar about it, when I looked at the photo, I knew they was talking about status. The message about status. White and black have nothing to do with your skin color, your skin tone. It's about status. So again, look at what is the definition, what is the status of someone who proclaims themselves to be black compared to someone who proclaims themselves to be white. What's their status? What does it mean? See, we go around, we've been calling ourselves this and that, whatever they tell us we are, instead of looking into who we are, our true history. We have been allowing them to tell us who we are for many years, for decades, thus staying confused and not knowing who we truly are. Right? Let me continue on with this article. Reparations bills. In January, California introduced a series of reparations bills aiming to provide property compensation and financial reimbursements to the descendants of slaves and other black individuals. Previous bills on reparations, which included provisions for home ownership assistance and property tax relief for descendants of slaves, were rejected by the Assembly. Yeah, they still want you to, pay them taxes. Can you imagine? Let's think of this for a second, because again, the truth is this: we don't all come from Africa. See, we've been here. A lot of people don't. There's still a lot of people who don't want to accept that one truth. This one truth. We've always been here, right? At one point in time, all over this realm were melanated people. Now, I know many people might think I'm crazy for saying that, but it's true. That's why wherever they've gone, no matter the country, no matter the continent, they found melanated people. Right now in Mexico, there are melanated people, dark-skinned people, and they were always there. Right? Always there. For the individuals now, for the people now who call themselves, who are Mexicans, you have to understand they are mixed. When the Spanish conquistadors came over here, they took the women by force. And over time, this is what you have when you look at the people, not only in Mexico, but South America, period. And also in other parts of the world, like Asia. Look at research and look into, the melanated people who are in the Philippines. They still there. They are still there. They haven't gone nowhere. Australia. All over. See, they want you to think that the people that they promote and they put out there in videos and they put out there in pictures, who you see out in the forefront, that that's the original people. They are not. They hide the real original people of the lands. They don't want that information to be known. They don't want that truth to be known. I'm speaking facts. You don't believe me? Do the research. You don't have to believe what I say. Do your own research. Let's continue. The state's commitment. This ongoing legislative effort underscores the state's commitment to addressing historical injustices and promoting equity. SB 1403 bill. This week, the state Senate passed the SB 1403 bill focusing on establishing the California Freedmen Affairs Agency to oversee the qualification process for potential reparations recipients. Imagine always being here and you find out that you are actually indigenous and you've always been here, your people have always been here, and you have some agency telling you that you don't qualify. Imagine that. Imagine someone coming to your home, take your home by force, take your women by force. So imagine this, right? Women get pregnant. If the baby come out too dark-skinned, they do the unthinkable. Because this is all history. This has happened. This is part of this is the history that they don't want to talk about. They don't want us discussing. Their wickedness, these devils. And many years later, then they lie to you. They make up the history. See, when it comes to war, whoever wins the war determines what the history is going to be. They could tell whatever lie they want to tell and mark it down as history and put it in books. You see. So imagine this, and then many generations down the line, they're going to tell you how you can qualify or tell you you don't qualify for something that rightfully belongs to you. It's yours to begin with. It's not theirs, never was theirs. These devils, these parasites. Let's continue. Descendant of slaves. Eligibility will require being a descendant of slaves or a free black individual residing in the U.S. before the late 19th century. California Freedmen Affairs Agency. Additionally, SB 1050 aims to compel the California Freedmen Affairs Agency to compensate families whose properties were confiscated through race-based eminent domain. See, because they stole the land. The land is stolen. See, but this is worldwide, though. Worldwide. See, but here in the U.S., In America, Amaru Khan, Turtle Island, stolen land. And the people who say they are Native American, are not all Native Americans. This is fact. Look into $5 Indians. What's the term $5 Indians? How did it come about? What do it mean? What happened? Look it up. Do your research. Many people now in these tribes who call themselves whatever they want to call themselves, whatever tribe, that's not who they really are. They're European, of European descent. They're Mongoloids from Mongolia. See, the ones who tell the truth, there are those who do tell the truth and have admitted when the ancestors came across, especially Asians, those of Mongolian descent, when they came across the Bering Strait into these lands, there were already people here. Who are the people? Are the people who were already here when they got here? Who did they see? What they look like? See, you look at an older dictionary, the definition of American, it'll tell you. It will tell you the original copper color. See, people get tripped up off the term redskin. They get tripped up off of that term, red-skinned. You know, that's that reddish brown or ruddy. It's an old word that was used many years ago, ruddy. That reddish brown. That reddish brown color, that copper color. You see. Reparations policies. SB 1331 is designated to allocate resources for reparations policies endorsed by the governor, according to ABC 7. Generational debt. Democratic Senator Stephen Bradford from Southern California, the architect of these bills, emphasized on the Senate floor, if you can inherit generational wealth, you can inherit generational debt. Yeah. Do you know that the slave owners received reparations? It's true. It is true. They received reparations. It's true. See, once slavery was so-called ended, which it never really was ended, United States, the federal government took ownership of the property. So it was never really ended or abolished. The previous slave owners received reparations for losing their so-called property. It's true. For many years. So their family, their descendants were able to build that generational wealth. So you have people as well as corporations that has been able to build the wealth that they have based on receiving reparations for losing their so-called property. Yes, while they tell us we must pull ourselves up from our bootstraps. Still have people coming over the border and telling us that we lazy, we this, we that. Right? Let's continue. A long-standing debt. He underscored that reparations represent a long-standing debt owed to descendants of slavery, emphasizing that it is not a charity, but a fulfillment of past promises that are long overdue by 160 years. Recent approval. Following the California Assembly's recent approval of a bill that acknowledges the state's responsibility for historical injustices and atrocities, there is growing recognition of the government's role in perpetuating the oppression of African Americans. See? African Americans. I ask again, what about those of us who have found out that our people have always been here? Right? What about those who've actually done the work and did the research and found out that one truth that they've always been here? Let's continue. Ongoing need. Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas highlighted California's tainted past, marked by the subjugation of black individuals, emphasizing the ongoing need for healing. National trend. This development in California reflects a broader national trend, with various local and state governments establishing task forces to outline the implementation of reparations. Reparation strategies. For instance, Boston, Massachusetts, has convened a task force comprising of experts who will recommend reparations strategies based on comprehensive historical research. Reparations Task Force. Similarly, New York Governor Kathy Hochul initiated a reparations task force in December last year. Eligible black residents. Despite these efforts, not all voters endorsed compensating eligible black residents. A recent poll revealed a majority of Californian voters opposing cash payments to descendants of slaves, indicating a divided sentiment on the issue of reparations. I wonder who they are, what they look like. Those who say, "Oh no, they don't deserve no reparations." I wonder. Is that the end? That's the end of the article. It is the end of that article. We are the most disrespected, hated people on this realm or so-called world. What we have been through and how we have suffered. What our ancestors have been through. How we've been attacked, stripped of our real heritage, our lands, our real names, language, everything, and then told who we are, lied to, given a false identity, different false identities. And you have people who say, "Oh no, they don't deserve any they don't deserve reparations. How are you gonna give them reparations for what?" Repeating the sentiment of those in history in the past who said, "Nah, what about us? Why are you giving that to them?" See, that's what happens, and that's why you got these $5 Indians. Look it up. That's what happened. Right? So when it comes to reparations, many of my people are for reparations, and then you have some of us who say, "You know what? Keep the money, give us our lands back." Give us what rightfully belongs to us. It's ours. Give us our land back. And we can build from there. Keep your money. Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to what's happening to the dollar, the US dollar? Are you paying attention to BRICS? Are you paying attention to the countries, the many countries who have already rejected the US dollar and are joining BRICS or coming up with their own currency backed by natural resources? Are you paying attention to how the mighty dollar has fallen and is continuing to plummet? You see, notice how they're dragging their heels on when it comes to reparations. What are they waiting for? They know the truth. So why the wait? Why the wait? You know what's going to happen? When the dollar gets to the point to where it's useless, have no value at all. See, that's probably when they're going to say, "Here you go. Here's your reparations." I did a video of Cuba. People are working and go to the bank to get their money from, that they've earned, and the money's not there in the banks. I did a video on that. Check it out. And you got other countries as well where their money is now useless. One day the people woke up, went to the bank, found out that the bank had no money. The money's gone. Money's useless. So the people took to the streets. Do your research. You got some of that going on right now here in the U.S. right now. People have gone to banks and noticed that there was their money gone. It's just not widespread in the U.S. yet. Again, are you paying attention? This, most likely, my opinion, they're going to wait until the dollar gets to the point where it is useless, and then say, "Here you go. Here's your reparations." But who's still going to own the lands? They're going to give you something that's worthless, but who's going to own the lands? Look into who was buying up all the farmlands in the U.S. with the valuable, rich soil. Buying up the lands. Talking about reparations, a worthless piece of paper, so-called money, and it's not real money anyway. See, legally, money is defined as gold, silver. What we call money, have been using as money, are really promissory notes. Someone gives someone a promissory note. That person can take that promissory note, go to the bank, give that promissory note to the bank, and receive gold. This is pre the 1930s, before the Great Depression. You know, when the federal government confiscated all the gold, told the people they had to give up their gold, and sold out to the Federal Reserve bankers. Do your research on that. Country has been in debt ever since. So again, when they finally say, oh, here go your reparations, what is it going to be good for? What will we be able to use it? What are we going to be able to buy or do with that? How far are we going to get with that? When it was never real money in the first place, just a promissory note. It's all about debt, credit. You see, the talk of reparations, we really need to really get deep with it and be honest about it. See, I'm on the side of give us our land. Keep your worthless piece of paper. Give us our land back. We can build from there. This really is a deep conversation that we really need to, when it comes to my people, we really need to have like round table discussions about this subject. This is King B News and Views. You know there's going to be a lot of opinions, strong opinions about this video. Leave your comments down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And as always, love yourself unconditionally. Keep your loved ones close. Protect the babies and children always. And our women, our babies, our children have been and are under attack. Pay attention. Discuss your plans. Have multiple plans. Stay prepared. So whatever situation you may have to deal with, you're prepared to handle that threat. It's King B News and Views. Stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to my subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you are not subscribed, please do so. I have a lot of good videos, great videos, giving out important information. Like and share the video. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. What's your opinion? My opinion is people need to stop denying the truth when it comes to this particular subject. We need to be honest across the board. That's my opinion. Give us our land back. Because there was a lot of us who are doing the work, going digging into our family history and finding out the truth. Stop putting labels on us that do not belong and didn't belong in the first place. Lies are being exposed now. And we are learning and we are learning the truth and more truth. We know the truth now. King B News and Views, to the next video. Peace.